Okay, we're gonna do a quick little tutorial here about um, quadratic transformations. We're gonna start with a number at the end, but whenever we do quadratic transformations, we need to be really good at graphing y equals x squared. This is the base with what we're starting everything with, so we need to be able to graph that one pretty good. So, y equals x squared. We want to sub in 3 for x and figure out what y is. So I'm going to sub in 3 squared is 9. Now, if you're not too good at these, always have your calculator handy. I've done a couple of them here. I guess one of them anyway. 3 squared is 9. Next, I would be doing 2 squared is 4. I'm taking the x, I'm subbing it into my formula. 2, subbing it in for x, 2 squared is 4. So, I can fill that in over here. 4. Over here, 1 squared. Sub in 1, 1 squared is just 1. I shouldn't need to check that one on my calculator. 0 squared, 0 times 0 is just 0. Now here we get some negatives, so this might be a little bit tricky. Let's double check on our calculator. I'm going to put it all in brackets. Minus 1 squared. A minus 1 times a minus 1 should give me a positive 1. There we go, positive 1. And minus 2 squared, minus 2 times minus 2 should give me a positive 4, and it's kind of going off my screen there. Now I'm going to skip these first and second differences. We did this the other day, and I don't want to lose how simple this is. Okay, this should be super quick graphing that. Now, I get so good at graphing y equals x squared, I put a dot here at 0, 0. I go over 1, up 1, put a dot. Over 1, up 1, put a dot. Over 2, up 4, put a dot. Over 2, up 4, put a dot. And then this is graphing with 5-point accuracy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty good. Then we connect the dots. Ooh, that should be nice and curved. Maybe some people, I always wonder why students can't do it curved. And maybe your, whoa, that was way off. Maybe your hand-eye coordination is kind of like mine through a mouse. Who knows? If it is, tell me that so I can know. Anyways, here's my y equals x squared. Well, in order to do these transformations, we got to get really good at graphing y equals x squared. Here's one right here. Put a dot in the middle. Over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. I put a dot. Over 2, up 4. I put a dot. And then I connect these. I'm very not good at this. Graphing on here is tricky. So in a minute I'm going to switch to Desmos, because we're allowed to use Desmos to figure this out. But we're going to graph these first couple, just y equals x squared. I haven't done that y equals x squared plus 2. I haven't figured out what that does, or the minus 2, or the plus 4. We're going to figure that out in a minute. If I do 3-point accuracy, there's 3-point accuracy. If I do 7-point, I need 7 points. Okay, there is my 3-point accuracy of y equals x squared. Now, that's how we're starting that thing off. I've got a Desmos screen going here in the background. Here is y equals x squared. Okay, let me just make this a little bit bigger. Here's y equals x squared. We are going to actually graph y equals x squared plus 2. And we want to see what happens here. I already know what happens. let's take a look. So here is my graph, 0, 0, over 1, up 1. It's zoomed in quite a bit. Over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. But if we notice, it's got a plus 2 at the end, and the whole thing's moved up 2. This is still over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 1. So we just move all our points up 2 spots. The next one on the sheet there was a minus 2. What do we think's going to happen? I'm thinking I'm going to need to zoom this up because I'm thinking it's going to take y equals x squared and move it down 2. Let's sub it in and see. There we go. That's how easy it is. Over 1, up 1. We just take all those points and move them down 2. The last one there is a plus 4. Oops. A plus 4. Where's my graph? 4 is up off the screen, so let me pull this down. I bet you there it is. I took this graph, I moved it up 4. So if we went back to this, it's almost easier without Desmos because all I've got to do, let me see if I can get a different color here. All I got to do is take all these points for plus 2, move them up 2. So there, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1. I'm just going to do 3-point accuracy because I'm having a hard time hitting all these points exactly. And there we go. We should put arrows on the end just to show that this thing keeps going up forever and ever. Okay, this one's minus 2. We move all our points down 2. Over 1, up 1. There we go. Over 1, up 1. There we go. And, oh, I am terrible at that. There we go. It should look like a nice little U there. Kind of like it did on that Desmos window. Same with here. We move everything up 4. So that it would just be right up here. A nice U. I'm going to just try and freehand it. Ooh, something like that. Okay. Now, it's got a couple more here that you can try. It's even without a graphing calculator, predict. Down, take y equals x squared, move it down 4. Take y equals x squared, move it up 3. Take y equals x squared, move it down 5. Here, it's in brackets. That same numbers, plus 2, minus 2, plus 4, it's in brackets though. So we've got to figure out what those brackets do. Same thing to start. I would start by graphing y equals x squared. Dot there, dot there. Oops, missed the dot. Dot there. Over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1. Over 2, up 4. Over 2, up 4. Connect those dots. 5-point accuracy. Oh, this one's not bad. Oh, and I didn't even jinx it. I didn't get all the way down, but other than that, this one looks not bad. So in all 3 of these, I would graph y equals x squared. Okay? While you're doing that, I'm going to open up Desmos. Here's y equals x squared. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to put brackets. Whoa, not up like that. I'm going to put brackets down here. Now, the first one on there, let me make this a little bit bigger, is plus 2. So we need a plus 2 in here. Let's see what this looks like. So the red is y equals x squared, over 1, up 1, and it's moved to the left 2. So this one is a little bit opposite what we would think. It kind of goes, we would think that a plus 2 would move it right 2, but a plus 2 actually moves it left 2. So let's double check this with the second one here. It's got a minus 2. What I'm thinking, I'm going to move this screen up a little bit just so we can see. it should actually move it over here to +2 if we have a -2 in there. And it does. There we go. So this one's quick too to graph. All I would do is go on here, draw y equals x squared, right down at the middle, over to +2, draw it. So if I look at this next one, I believe that says a +4 there. It should be way over here at -4. I might have to zoom this out a little bit so we can see what's happening. It should come way over here to -4. Let's try it. Oh, +4. Boom, there it is. That's the whole thing. So in a little bit at the bottom of this page, it's got a couple more that we can try. We can summarize these ideas, try some homework questions. If there's a number off to the end, again, we want to summarize this in a way that it helps you when you're studying for the test. So if there's a number off to the end, like that +k, that's moving it up or down. If it's positive, it moves it up. If it's negative, it moves it down. If there's a number in brackets, if it's a -3, it's going to move it to the right 3. If it's a +3, it's going to move it to the left 3. And there we go. That's how easy it is. That's the first bit right there. There's a little bit more that we got to do. One more lesson on this. But that's a good place to start practicing this stuff.